Look at Virginia right now. You never thought you'd see Virginia worse than California.
Virginia keeps coming up, Dwight. Everybody I'm talking to, all the interviews I'm doing, everybody I talk to when I'm walking around saying hello to, Virginia keeps coming up. What a travesty! What a absolute debacle!
Yes,
that's happening in Virginia with all these new gun laws. I was interviewing somebody and I put it that basically they cut and paste California gun laws right onto Virginia, all in one shot.
Yeah, and she's so happy to be signing that and putting this into legislation, and it's funny. You see all these these new laws are coming into effect, but it's like, hey, did you realize when you wrote this law that you're actually going to make these laws here unlawful now? It's really all over the country how new laws are introduced into place, but it's kind of making okay, now you're breaking these laws if you actually do this law.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Dwight, you've been around from the very beginning. You and I have known each other for years now, and I think that you know me and the messaging from our organizations and Gun Owners Radio well enough to know that I'm viciously nonpartisan. I really truly I want Democrats and libertarians and Greens and Republicans and everybody to respect our Second Amendment rights, and I've bent over backwards, but it has gotten so bad with the Democratic Party, and this Virginia thing is a perfect example. They get elected into office in Virginia, the Democrats, and immediately...
And running on false platform, though.
Yeah,
she really did.
Truly. And immediately, what do? Immediately they pass not one, not two, but 10 gun laws that weren't common sense, gun laws. Were extremist gun laws, and it's really, really difficult to. I used to really, truly try to stay away from criticizing the Democratic Party, and I would just say, hey, we're talking about anti-gunners. We're not necessarily talking about Democrats. There are some pro-gun, but man, they have absolutely earned the stereotype of being anti-gun. I mean, it really is bad. It's ridiculous to avoid talking about just how bad the Democratic Party has gotten when it comes to gun laws.
It's it is, and it's sad. And the worst thing about it is I know the Democrats have always kind of been there, but ever since 2015, when Orange Man Bad. When he said, I'm going to run for president as a Republican, TDS was born.
Right.
And it is just such a true phenomenon that, all you have to do is say his name and people melt down, and it's okay, we can have a conversation, can't we? Not if you say his name. So I said, I guess you can't play bridge anymore, can you? Yeah, no more trump cards.
Well, just to give you guys who are still living in free states an inkling as to how this happened, it's I agree with Michael. People have been, like, Virginia keeps coming up, and it's as a Virginian, it's a little bit exciting because, oh wow, everyone's talking about us. Oh, it's for a bad reason. But this did not happen overnight. This did not even start in November, when the Republicans at the state level in all these state races got absolutely butchered for a variety of reasons that I could go into for about an hour. But this started years ago. Every January, when the Virginia General Assembly, which is our state legislature, got into session in Richmond, the Democrats in the General Assembly would put in both houses, in the House of Delegates and in the state Senate, would put forth this same package of, a dozen or so anti-gun bills. And then they would get shot down because we had a Republican majority, or because we had a Republican governor, or both. But it was like, Mom, can I have a cookie? No. Mom, can I have a cookie? Every January they'd come back into Richmond, regardless of the composition of the General Assembly, and they would propose the same package of basically the same bills, maybe wording changed in a few places, and it would keep getting shot down under the thinking that, well, if we propose it enough times, eventually they'll stick. And you know what? A bunch of them stuck in 2020, and now all the rest are sticking in 2026. So pay attention to your state politics, people. If you see this pattern happening, that means you're going down our path, and it'll only be a few years before you get to where we are.